mass agitation and unrest, because largely the social media is what our new generation and the business community knows. And when you talk about banning it, it's like you're shutting down Nigeria from the rest of the world. So I think it's part of a human right to have a freedom of expression. So I think it needs to be properly managed.
When you say it needs to be properly managed, what do you have in mind in terms of what needs to be done and by who?
I think by all the stakeholders, by government, by the citizens themselves, by the social media handlers, by everyone, because I think it's the manner of approach and the use of language and insensitivity. It's a lot of things, actually.
Do you share the view of some of those who think that they feel alienated from, just as you say, they seem to have shut off the young generation from certain things going on in this country? Some have expanded on that school of thought, thinking, well, it appears as though it's us and them. They seem not to, perhaps, those up there don't have an understanding of how to get across with the rest of the country, and as such, this is what you see going on.
It's not so much about us and them. It's so much about how we treat one another, especially through the social media. Social media is good, social media is bad. So we really need to manage it. The people in the press, broadcasts, commission, Ministry of Information, government, everyone needs to know how to use the social media. You can use it to destroy, you can use it to build. I think we really need to manage it. Take the good and drop the bad, yes? That's what I think.
But one of the things that comes to mind in all of this, as you have said, social media is pretty much like everything we use. It can be used for good and it can be used for bad. Unfortunately, what we are talking about here is pretty much communication in summary. And you have also talked about the process of communicating with each other. Now, clearly, as you said earlier, there is that disconnect between the young population and a good number of people who are in leadership. That understanding seems to be lacking. How do you suggest we begin to approach that? Because clearly there are historical antecedents that we do not want to go back to. But the way things are now, if someone feels alienated, it's only natural for the person to react and want to do something about it. So how do you suggest we begin to engage with these people that you say are alienated so that we do not repeat, history that we don't want?
Thank you very much. I've always believed that this Nigeria is very much an adult society. We really do not respect the youthful population of this country. We do not care what happens to them. We don't even engage them. So how do you engage them? You catch them young. People are busy pursuing their daily bread. They don't even have time to attend to the needs of the family, the children, the youths. We don't even have parks anymore. Everywhere is built up. Youth centers are no more. they don't even have a place to air their views. So you find that with the advent of social media, this is all they know. They don't even, some don't even go out. They are stuck on their phones. So our culture demands that one person cannot really raise a child or, a community. We have to mix some of our cultural values with the modern advent of communication. We really neglected the youths, and that's why we're having this now. I think we should go back to the drawing board, because I grew up in a place where and when it was valued to be in a family where you are loved, where schools are, where people are really raised. Missionaries are there to support us. How many of those institutions do we have now? We've abandoned a lot of things. It's what we did in the past that is haunting us now. But I think there is hope if we can retrace our steps and try to make amends and try to listen more to the youthful population of this country. We're not listening to them.